Okay, quite the bombshell dropped in Formula One, hasn't it? Alpine swapping drivers mid-season.
Yeah, big news. Jack Doohan is out, and Franco Colapinto is in, starting right away at Imola.
It feels really sudden. I mean, just 6 races into doohan's rookie year.
It does, but what's interesting is, well, there were whispers about Colapinto maybe getting that seat even before the season started, so maybe not entirely out of the blue for the team.
Right. Suggests some underlying thoughts were already there. So, just to remind everyone, Jack Doohan, son of Mick Doohan, the motorbike legend, was Alpine's reserve. Got that one race last year.
And Franco Colapinto, also an Alpine reserve now, but importantly, he raced quite a bit for Williams last year, replacing Sargent.
And actually scored points, didn't he?
He did, twice. So our mission for this deep dive, try and unpack why Alpine made this switch and why now. Let's start with Doohan's performance, I guess.
Yeah, seems the obvious place. The big headline figure is 0 points in 6 races.
And in F1, that's the main currency, isn't it? Points matter hugely.
And it wasn't just the lack of points. There were incidents. That first lap retirement in Australia, the tangle with Liam Lawson in Miami,
Yeah, avoidable stuff.
and the practice crash in Japan, that pit lane confusion, the Miami sprint quali, it all adds up.
It really does. His best finish was, what, 13th in China? Not really challenging for the points consistently.
And when you compare him to Gasly, his teammate.
Exactly. Gasly was generally ahead, especially in qualifying, although Doohan did get him that one time in Miami.
True, a flash of speed there.
But Gasly was the one bringing home points for the team. Even if the qualifying gap wasn't massive on average, Gasly just seemed cleaner, more consistent.
Yeah, so glimpses of potential from Doohan, definitely, but maybe not enough clean weekends, not enough points on the board to satisfy Alpine.
Right. So, okay, let's flip to Franco Colapinto. What's his story? What does he bring?
Well, he's got a decent junior record, Spanish F4 champion and all that, but the key thing is probably that Williams drive last year.
Absolutely. 9 races in the car. That's valuable F1 experience.
And he impressed, right? It wasn't just filling a seat.
No, definitely not. He scored points in Baku and Austin for Williams. James Vowles over there seemed pretty happy with him.
And he became the first Argentinian F1 driver in, what, over 20 years?
Yeah, quite a moment.
Yeah.
And this year, he signed as Alpine's reserve, done testing with them. So he knows the team environment somewhat.
So the big difference compared to Doohan is that actual recent F1 race experience. And crucially, those points finishes already under his belt.
Exactly. That's a tangible track record.
Okay, so let's talk Alpine's perspective. They're sitting 9th in the constructors. That can't be comfortable for a works team.
Oh, definitely not. The pressure must be immense. They need points. They need to move up the grid, justify the investment.
So is the thinking just that Colapinto has a better immediate chance of scoring those points?
I'd say that's likely a huge part of it. Maybe they feel he's got a slightly higher floor right now because of that Williams experience. Plus, you can't ignore Flavio Briatore being back as an advisor.
Yes. And he's known to be a fan of Colapinto, isn't he?
Reportedly, yes. So his influence might be a factor here, too.
It's fascinating how the rumors ramped up. There was talk before the season, then it intensified after Miami, sponsor comments flying around.
Yeah. And then suddenly, just after Miami, Doohan gets the news. Imagine the pressure on him in those last couple of races, knowing this might be coming.
Must have been incredibly tough. Really highlights how ruthless F1 can be. Performance or perceived potential is everything.
It really is. Now, are there other factors beyond just the on-track stuff? Commercial side, perhaps?
Seems very likely. Colapinto apparently comes with significant financial backing from Argentina. That could be very attractive for Alpine, opening up markets.
Money talks in F1, always has.
Now, Doohan had sponsors too, let's be clear, but the scale might be different.
That's all.
And Briatore's involvement again. You'd think commercial aspects were definitely discussed.
There were even reports about some kind of loan agreement between Alpine and Williams for Colapinto last year, suggesting complex deals were already in place.
Interesting. So for Doohan, this is obviously a massive blow, right?
Huge setback. He might stay on as a reserve, perhaps, but getting another race seat. It's incredibly competitive. Those incidents and lack of points, fairly or unfairly, probably didn't build a strong case for other teams looking on.
A tough situation. And for Colapinto, massive chance.
Yeah, absolutely. But the pressure is on him now to deliver immediately. He needs to score points, validate Alpine's decision.
That Williams experience should help him get up to speed quicker, you'd think.
You would hope so.
Yeah.
This is his moment to really cement himself in F1.
So, summing it all up, it seems like a combination of things, doesn't it? Doohan's results and incidents, Alpine's desperate need for points.
Colapinto's experience and perceived higher immediate potential, probably boosted by some commercial and maybe political factors with briatore in the mix.
It really boils down to F1 being incredibly demanding. You need consistent, high-level performance week in, week out.
No room for error, really, especially when the team is struggling.
So here's something to think about. What does this rapid mid-season swap tell you about the kind of pressure young drivers are under now to deliver instant results? And maybe how the role of an experienced reserve driver is becoming even more critical for teams.
Yeah, is the patience just gone? It's a tough environment.
Definitely something to ponder. Thanks for diving up with us today.